Yo, what's good everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I actually shot scenes like this with me just narrating scenes before I make them, but this is the first time I'm shooting a video on camera and I've been struggling with focus. So all the scenes that had me in them were out of focus, so I decided to just scrap them and do like a complete voiceover. But today it's the third day. Is it the third? It's the third, right? Yeah, it's the 3rd of January. I'm carrying on with the work week, so I'm just carrying on where I left off yesterday. So yesterday I couldn't really finish the task of adjusting the pattern because my mom's ex-student lost her phone, and then we were like tracking her phone, and then it got late and I just chilled. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I became lazy, because I'm trying to use words that affirm my action as opposed to kind of beat myself down for not completing things. But anyway, yeah, that happened. So today I'm just gonna finish the extension of the pattern, cut it, which was a task I was supposed to do today. So today I was meant to cut the pattern, on all the material that was provided, and then just lay it out in bundles, and then I'm done. Then tomorrow I just sew for the rest of the week until Friday, and hopefully Saturday the client comes and collects, and then that project will officially be done with. Cool, so I'm gonna do that. Also, I downloaded a series called This Body Works For Me on Showmax. I have about 4 episodes, so I'm gonna watch that. I want to watch that, and then I'll review it as I'm working. Cool.
Small town called Emosi. Honestly, getting into porn was one of those things that I can make.
Uhlale front. Ukhalisikara kola cala. Ungazi apha le nto ndiyibukelayo.
Money out of this, out of shooting content in Nigeria. So why not? I'm 1 year old, popularity low else. I'm 21 years old, and I grew up in Katlung, and that's where I'm staying. I am a content creator, an OnlyFans content creator, an upcoming porn star, and I do sneaky links, and I am a sugar baby. My name is Annette.
Man, guys, like this girl just said she does sneaky links. Sneaky links, it's a thing you do, like as an occupation. I honestly want to say that's nice, because sneaky link is a side, right? And I have this perception where it's side, like like I'm imagining umdo like ubone, like as much as they're getting nice things, but there's this idea of like you're always in sticky situations. So she does sneaky link. And a job, like with a job, when I think of a job, I think of pride, I think of making your cash, like spending what you worked for. And like people get excited to be employed. So if she does it, to me it sounds like her job, which pays well, and it doesn't sound like she would be in positions where being a sneaky link would sound like, as opposed to doing a sneaky link. Okay, yeah, but yeah.
But I'm well known as Doli Mele, because you know the vibes. I'm from the Eastern Cape, in a small town called Tolo. I am an artist. Even before being an artist, I was a nurse. Basically, I'm also a stripper or an exotic dancer. That's what they call it. That's what I'm all about. You don't make money, don't make sense.
I agree with that. If you don't make money, it don't make sense. Especially in this capitalistic society. Money rules.
make him understand more. See, since in Kaya, there are certain things that I can't do or I need to abstain from doing. And you know that if I don't want to call it a mutual, but we say the same. So what's the next step? The next step is for us not to have sex for a week. I don't know about that. You don't know about that, so you want to go around fun. I need to discuss this. You can fuck. I just need to know about it. That's not a bad idea, actually. So me and my boyfriend, we met at I was having lunch with Pindile, my business partner, with Berry. So he got us very sad and we talked about life, imagine a groove. I don't know, we just, I don't know how to explain it. So that's why, and I wasn't seeing anyone at that moment, so I was just like, silly girls.
Yes.
OnlyFans content creator is I just take videos, pictures of my boobs, my pussy. Hey Kaya, I'm living with my granny.
Wait, I need to turn this around from the camera. I know the light is gonna work against me, but man, guys, like, are you telling me? Let's do it like that. It doesn't matter. This girl is taking pictures of her body, like 13 nudes, and she gets paid. I might have to reconsider not even reconsider, but I need a side hustle. I need a side hustle. And to do. Wait, this is okay. I really like when I saw the trailer of this thing, I put it down. I'm not trying to watch people like argue, like I'm from Belawan, because with the trailer, like they were setting each other up, especially involving like a family, like about this other, like the girl is busy with ABC and D. Like, we don't need to know everything. The parents don't need to know everything. They did their things. Like, it's an opportunity for us, okay, for them to explore, like for us to explore Namandi's vibe. You understand? So that's why I was like, nah, I don't want to watch this. I knocked it. But now it's, I mean, it's only been like how many minutes? 3 minutes. So okay.
We have a strong relationship, and with my sisters.
But also, do you think, like, I just spoke about family, and there's a family scene now. Do you think the family doesn't know why they're shooting? So like, why would then other girls set up traps with the parents of the other girls, but there are family scenes like this? I'm sure like the family knows, well, okay, get shoot up because of my occupation. Probably they didn't go in full details to what they're doing, like content creation, porn, strippers and all that. But if the family is okay with being shot, don't understand why they would then cause family drama. Or maybe like a trailer, obviously it never has context, so yeah, I don't know. I will never understand land. I hope you guys can hear, but they're talking about a report, and the one girl's complaining that like Umnana does not bring a report. They're all siblings, so this lady is like, report because of Fuchani. I don't know, like I'm trying to explain, like I'll never have like I'll never understand a relationship with my siblings and, you know, doing things for your siblings because it makes sense. I was onto something in my head, but it's gone. Verbally, it's not coming out.
I already know.
My family started distancing themselves. It started off when I was in high school. Of course, I made a mistake, just like any other teenager would make a mistake. I'm not saying every teenager. I fell pregnant over one round, JP. One round.
Yo, shit. Basically, one round. Copy sis.
igama lami nguSamkisiwe Ngwanyana. 25
Uhle, uhlele front of my friend.
24 matric ngapasa bachelor. My family was proud.
Ngingabhubha banyabuzi ngibukele buhle kanje. Yo.
Become economics. Yeah, so I went there. Mangifika already pregnant.
It's like, you know what I noticed with all these girls, especially with the ones Nalona Povnai and the one that had a leaked video, they have leaked video. They have bodies like mine, like skin sabo, there's patches, Lona like hingatun is Lona sama kakuva. Now there's a last scene leo strip, but like they're not filtered like an IG. Like on IG they have these bodies and then they have perfect skin. Like nalobe kusharisha ku Twitter. Like you can see a cellulite yakhe and content yakhe, like wow, that's lit. And then still making money out of that. There's I call that perception that their content would not be bought. Sorry, I call it because I have this perception that their content wouldn't be bought because it's like real, like it's realistic. It's not edited. It doesn't look edited like last season, like la picture ke bonakala me festirin ngoba set yakhe was photo and yazibona zonke dimples like zipha and people, and someone bought that. They leaked it, which sucks, but they consumed it. They wanted it. Yeah.
My mom and dad are still together. They've been together for like more than 20 years. I have 2 siblings, my sisters. And you know, here I'm working, there's just a lot to deal with, and I had to pick a side.
Same, like I had to pick a side. I'm so happy she said that. Like I was in a situation where I was struggling with my business, and I was like struggling with all my businesses, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand like what's keeping me motivated. So why don't I switch careers and just give myself a break? And my mom was like, yeah, and she like, even to this day, she wants me to do teaching, which I understand, right? Because it worked out for her. So go on, switch and apply, and I did first year. I think I lost it for like 3 to 4 months. It was COVID, so the classes were online. We eventually went to university, but yeah. So I dropped out when we had a group project. I'm sorry, it's my group, but like I couldn't take it. During classes, I was in Google at the time. I'm chilling in the house. There's these sessions, they're online, so I'm looking at my laptop, I'm looking at assignments. And I'm like, all this time I could be making money. Like literally all this time that I'm seated here and I'm learning. This is like income gone for Rina, and I'm so used to making money. And the more I did those classes, I was like, nah, this is not for me. Like I cannot be in a position where I'm learning and it's stagnant. Like I'm all for, like, I learn every day, but as I'm learning, like I'm moving, you understand? And I'm in a position where I learn it and I apply. So I'm in those situations. Like my learning has changed from the school setting where you go every day, you sit down, you get taught and you recite back just to see if you caught anything, so it's a memory thing. Whereas real life learning, you learn and you see results immediately and then you push forward. So even the concept of like when I'm making money and I'm like, okay, that if I do A, B, C, D, I'm not gonna make money. If I do A, B, C, and D, it will result in that, and then I can immediately take that information and apply it to be better. So I understand Ugal where she was in a situation where she was stripping, even if, like, okay, she's in a high school, which is different because this is university, but still, like, in fact it's not different because that's also like a program. Like, guys, like the world is about acquiring money in order to actually live how you want to live, like, and to have time. If you want to have time, you need to have money, right? Have money, get other people to do things for you, then you'll have the time, then you'll chill. Like this, I'm gonna try it off, but there's this misconception that money is evil. Like, shouldn't be focusing all your time and energy on money. You should, because the minute you get that paper, it'll allow you to actually live how you want to live. If you are all about being healthy, paper money or money will afford you that health. Like, that's how the world is set up currently, or the world I live in, or how I view the world. So even in high school, like, I'm literally going to trump high school over money, especially like how a person sees their life. Like, if in high school I realized that knowledge works better this way. Wait, sorry, my card was flashing, so I think that video is done. But if I had the knowledge I have now in high school, I would straight out drop out and realize that you get information by doing. You need to apply yourself. You get information, you get feedback from your experiences, and then you apply that again to be better. So yeah, like, I totally got that part where she was in high school and she could make 8K a night. She couldn't focus on, like, I couldn't focus on my studies, even though I intentionally went back to school. You know, she was still in the process of the first few years of school, like high school. So I agree with her, like, onzima, it's super hard focusing on that sort of learning, like the education system's way of learning, while you figured a way out to make money. But if you are the type of person who's able to balance, like, that traditional way of learning, like being in school, being in university, and still be able to make money, I mean, people's circumstances are very different, right? I could be speaking from a point of privilege, but someone else will need to do it. And if you've acquired the skill of being in school and making money, that's a privilege on its own. Like, because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, okay, I'm privileged for doing less. You're also in a place of privilege for doing more, but then you might not be able to see it because you are going through the things. But the minute you give yourself some time to assess, then you'll realize that you have your own superpowers, which put you in a much more privileged position than anyone else, right? It's all about perception. Like, how you view things will lead you to believe what you want to believe. So if you're struggling, and then it's gonna be, let me not go there, it's gonna be a tricky situation. But yeah, I believe in mindset, and what you tell yourself and what you believe in will eventually become your reality. So yeah, I believe her. I like I like this. I really like this. Let's go back to watching. But I really resonated with the fact that the minute you know how to make money, and then you're still part of the traditional way of learning, like the school system, it's going to be hard to focus. So you need to choose. If you can handle both, great. But if you can't, you're going to be in a position where you have to choose. Yes, girl. She chose stripping. Also, like, last bit. Okay, I'm gonna end it here, because I'm not gonna end it here, but it's gonna be, this video is probably gonna be the longest video I upload. But like, oh yeah, so like, she'll drop out of school. She made this money, and then now she'll learn how to handle money, right? School doesn't necessarily teach you that. So she'll get the 8K, and maybe she'll spend it in 2 days, and then she'll be in a position where now she needs to make another 8K, because the 8K she made is gone. And it'll then click in her mind, but okay guys, if I make this 8K per night, but now like I spend it, I don't know how to handle it, it's a lot of money, and I've never had this much money. So she's put in a situation where she's constantly learning, and she's going through a self-discovery, and learning about self and bettering self is the best thing you can do. Because guess what, we're here to take care of ourselves, right? Yes, we're here to take care of our families, but if you cannot take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of someone else? So she put herself in a really great position in terms of like learning about life, compared to what high school would teach you. And high school, you can only learn so much. You're gonna have to go to university and learn again. Whereas she was lucky in the sense that she got in a situation where she can learn about life immediately, and in a position where, as she's learning, she's acquiring money, right? She's not learning from a place of, I guess, disadvantage, and disadvantage being that they lacks money, right? She's able to learn and play around with the idea of making money, keeping it, and seeing how it works for her. Bro, that's that's the best. Like, that's it. That's what I want you to see. Okay, let's carry on. I'm gonna like her. I didn't even catch her name, but I like her. I like the other girl that disappeared. Need to get a working pen. Yo, but that's her bag. But like, how do you ask someone to stop making bag? Is he gonna take care of her? It's not easy. Literally, like it's not gonna be easy. Is he gonna give her the money? Is he gonna support her? Yes, he doesn't like the content, but are you gonna support me, my nigga? Like abanye bayathanda uthetha nje thinking, yes, okay, I understand he doesn't like it, but then him not liking it means she must stop. So if you stop again, go okay, fine, so my happy. What does that then mean for her financially? Let's start there. How much are you making to tarnish your image? It's tarnishing in your eyes. In her eyes, it's bad. Yeah, it's all about him, guys.
I want you to open an account for me. No, say that's fine. I want to buy you a house. Do you make 100K a day? Like in Mr. Like for instance? No, I don't make 100K a day. So why you demanding for 100K? I can give you 100K maybe instrumental or something. No, I can't look at that company so bad. No one thing about Ace, I don't believe him. Because Ace is two-faced. Time like how long?
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, when she's ready, she'll tell you. Hey, cool. Like, he's not even invested of how it will affect her. It's all about him. Like, he wants a family. What is he gonna tell his kids? What about her? Like, you're asking someone else, therefore involve them in the aftermath as well, and not just in how you're feeling now. I don't apply any of this shit to me though. Alright, so I just finished the first episode and it was Liddy. I take back the iffiness I had about yeah, I'm sorry, I'm thinking, but do I really take it back because it's just been one episode? But I do, I take it back. I take it back. It was really a nice episode, and I feel like it's a nice point of learning for people, especially for them. Like, a lot of society like focuses on school and thinks that it's gonna prep people to be ready for the real world, where you are not in a gated yard with a selected amount of kids with like a specific outcome. Get those kids, like, and then put yourselves in the real world, and there's gonna be different outcomes because we're exposed to different things. We're not being, can I use the word groomed? Like, we're not being we're not all following the same rules, the principal's rules. We are not all going to class at the same time. We're not eating lunch at the same time. Someone else is waking up at 4, someone else is waking up at 8 and going to strip, and they're getting 8K in a space of 2 hours, whereas someone else is waking up at 4 a.m. and they're getting that same 8K, but at the end of the month, after 30 days of waking up at 4, whereas someone else who you went to class with wakes up at 8 p.m, works until 12 midnight, and then gets the same amount of pay. So I enjoy this. I think it's a nice observation point. It's a nice way to see how other people live their lives and how they learn. I think if anyone is to, you can watch it for entertainment, but if you want to be like, I feel fake for saying these things, but that's the only thing like I noticed. I feel like because there's this narrative of, I'm sensing a narrative of like how, because even with the with Lasisi, who confronted the lady that had leaked porn, like but it's a family member. So there's already like a set ideology of how a person should love themselves, and if they are overly sexually, if they are overly sexually active, or if they have the OnlyFans or do pornography, then that does not equate to love, right? Or them loving themselves. And then there's also this notion of like Lorna. There might be people that be like she shouldn't have left school. So it's I feel like this content is just, I don't want to say it's pushing as though that's a bad thing, like there's the right side and there's like the right and the left, yeah, or there's the right side and the wrong side, but it's challenging our societal norms. Like it's challenging how people usually have like how we have our lives preset, and then things happen, and then those things work out too, right, to a certain level. Like it works out for some people. So I really like this. I don't know why. I mean I know why I knocked it, because I thought they would be fighting against each other, but I didn't see any of that in episode 1. So I'm gonna finish work. I'm gonna carry on with working. I'm gonna carry on watching because it's really nice. I'm having a nice day overall. I'm gonna go to my partner's house and then upload this. I'm not gonna edit anything. I think this was a really nice vlog, to be honest. And I hope I'm not blurry. Even if I'm blurry, if I switch eye contact now, I'm looking at myself on the camera, and then this is the lens. But if it's blurry, it's fine. I'm doing this because I want to post more, and I'm doing this because I want to work more, and I want to enjoy my 2023. And what I notice is literally during this entire time, the voice in my head that always brings me down has been silent. Like I am talking to myself, which I do, but like there has not been a single ounce of self-hate throughout this experience. Like not even like, even when I was doing like my work, there wasn't like, stop this, what are you doing? So this is nice. This is me feeling good. I'm happy about it. Bye. I need to figure out how to end a video without having to edit it. Okay, Jonah, to say very low jetting. I finished watching episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. Yeah, I've got episode 5, and yeah, improve right. Like they proved me right. Remember how I said I saw a trailer and there was like fighting, and it looked like the girls were being pinned against each other. And what he scripted this thing, like so there's from, I think it's like episode, in fact no, what made me feel a bit weird in episode 2 was one of the girls had a small sister or a friend of a sister, but close kubo, that admitted that they had sexual relations with a boyfriend, okay, and then wamita. But then like it was hard for the girl to open up to the main characters, ne? And then once she said the truth, like the girl now has an attitude, like she doesn't want to say anything. Like part of me understands because they're in front of cameras, but that was very rude and kind of disrespectful. So like a part of me felt like maybe the producers asked the kids, but I'm cheeky, like to act cheeky after having disclosed that to I don't know. That felt off. That was episode 2. Episode 3 and episode 4, that's when the fighting started. So one girl, Sombiza or black lips, because she has a black lipstick, she looks amazing. I think it's one of the girls that I spoke for highly of that left school because she was getting money. I think it's her she was getting back, I'm not sure. But he black lips, like he black lips. I feel like when they've confronted her, there's a part of me that felt like she was told to do what she did, like it was prefabricated. But then the thing she did to the two girls genuinely did not know it was going to happen, so they were genuinely livid. and then she was laughing. So, but also it could signify the fact that she was laughing and sneering all the time, regardless of her being confronted about the matter, is that she's internally satisfied. Like umuntu uye ahleke ake uyambona manyaxoka and then ahleke, because I think internally they know like what they did, they've done, and there's nothing, it cannot be undone basically. You can just say. So the tea is, this girl, like obviously they were meeting up, like they met up with as a bunch from many cities, and they all kind of created this friendship in front of us. They had a get together, like get to know me. I was gonna say they had a get to know me tag, but yeah, baba name lunch or dinner, and then they started chatting, all of them as a group. And then later on, in a part we didn't see, they went to a different club, and that club, the Black Clips took videos of like herself and the girls. Kanti, these girls are not Kanti, but these girls are strippers, and apparently like the rules of the joint that they work and the club that they work at is that they're not allowed to go to any other club, specifically the one that they were at, because the club they work for sees that club as competition, and I think it's fairly new, right? So this girl took videos while they went to entertain themselves and not necessarily to work, and that video went viral and she posted it, and she was asked not to post. Like one of the girls asked her not to share this content because they, like, she's aware that they are not allowed to go to Izindao, but Black Lips ignored everything Uchomi said, like one of the strippers said, and posted regardless, and muted her on her WhatsApp. And then the video was probably screen recorded and posted in other platforms and went viral. So when these two girls went back to work, they were literally fired because they went against the club's or company's rules. I get that, like I get that. Doesn't this girl get upset about how she's confronted? Because these girls, like, they had like a dinner. Another one, like one of the girls hosted like a lingerie party, so they went to the party all wearing lingerie, and the two girls were upset because they were fired a day before this lingerie party. So they confront her by Yona, she's here, like, what do you have to say about yourself? She starts calling everyone a bitch, like she's like, everyone is angry at this point. And then Kengoku, she, like, in the Pumila, like the one thing she was adamant on and stood like her ground on was the fact that these two girls could have spoken to in private. And this girl, literally one of the two girls says, but you cannot, like, why are you so worried about me humiliating you, and so worried about how I approach you, whereas you've done something that made me lose my job? Like, how is she going on about humility when she's done something to cause someone else to lose a job? And no, Sissy, like, she lost a job and she doesn't have a place to stay, right? Because she probably won't be able to pay her rent. She has no stable income, and she had to stay with the other girl that she was fired with. And this girl is still going on, like, yeah, people are telling her these things, and she's going on about the approach of how they approached the situation towards her. Menzi wengaki. And even like after that dinner party host situation happened, on the following episode, or maybe the same episode but like further down the episode, what? But anyway, there's a scene where one of the girls hits the I was gonna call her the perpetrator, hits up all Black Lips, and then Utiba, she wants sort of like her side of the story, and also to explain by Nuyafika Payana. So she was shocked to be invited to a party only for it to kind of turn the way it did. So she wanted to find out like what was wrong, and did she do it, and does she understand by like because of her actions? Doesn't she still say but she didn't, regardless of what happened, she still doesn't appreciate how they sort of voiced out the situation? They should have spoken to her aside, my guys, but my guy, what you did had us lose our jobs. Bro, like, if someone did something, if I had a job and someone did something and my boss tells me it's this person, and they show you, like, they showed them the evidence, they showed them the video, show me the video, show me the evidence, and then you still expect me to call you and be like, hey, can we please speak, we need to be decent. Like, my source of income is gone. my livelihood has been turned upside down and you still want me to be like calm and collected. But yeah, overall I was gonna post I was saved by load shedding because I reacted to episode 1 and I uploaded the thing and the electricity cut like at, I think I was at 20%. So I'm gonna add this bit because wow, it's, yeah, the show is, it looks scripted but it's nice at the same time. But they definitely proved me right in terms of having unnecessary fights. And even one girl said it, but like she doesn't understand how a girl would mess up another girl's bag. Like literally that's what she did. Like that All Black Lips messed up those girls' bags, and she's all about decency. Like she's all about, you need to watch how you approach me. You've literally just took ukuya out of someone else's mouth. But anyway, they're probably all gonna get bagged because this is a show, it's on Showmax, you can go watch it. They're definitely getting paid for that, so it bag. Regardless if the new bag takes your old bag, like, but then how it was done is very, they proved me right in terms of unnecessary drama. They proved me right. But yeah, I like this. Like I like the like from episode 1 I really enjoyed like all of it. There are points that came out that I felt like were relevant or I related to in a certain sense or were nice to observe. The fighting part was very unnecessary. Like this could have been like a really nice educational platform. I think they could have used this to their advantage and shed light on the industries as sex workers, OnlyFans, people who have OnlyFans accounts and they seemingly can prove that they make money. There's also parts where they talk about like creating content, getting videographers, you know, and there's collaboration also, because they were recruiting girls and there's one girl who actively wanted to collaborate with another girl. So this platform could have been a thing that they used to shed light on the industries, to share the experiences. I know 100% it's not like safe, because one girl was saying bah, she got robbed with a hookup, and I think Ola was like she doesn't like hookups. Like she literally wants to stick to OnlyFans because the hookups are dangerous, like they're not safe, you understand? And then the girl that wanted to collaborate to another girl also said that she makes money through OnlyFans and hookups, and she really, I was shocked by it. Like now you're in the hookup scene. So like ezinye izinto zizokwenzeka, and these girls were given a platform to kind of openly share what they wanted to share about their industries that they are in, and the revenues that they were able to create them for themselves. So it'd be opportunity yanle. I mean, if you watch the show, you can get bits and pieces of, okay, if I want to have an OnlyFans account, then there is a possibility of making money, but they're not like 100,000 or 10,000 rand a day. Because one of the girls debunked that shit. She was like, nah. One of the girls said she had an OnlyFans account and made 10k a day. She literally, oh girl on the OnlyFans, so tell you that shit was impossible, right? So you can kind of have an idea of how much people can make and how to be safer, or what to expect if you're in certain industries. I feel like they could have, I mean, it's only episode 5, but yeah, they could have focused on that more instead of fighting and being pinned against each other. Like you know, people now are aware, but there's a possibility if you work for a strip club, you can't now work for another one. Like, bro. And then they chose like to showcase women fighting against each other, and otherwise, yeah. I think the point of this last bit of like they had an opportunity, yeah, I enjoyed it. They had an opportunity to showcase the industries, and I wish they could like focus back on that they are content creators and they make money and they make this kind of content. And like when you like, I feel like, yeah, like, you know, when you are an artist or a designer or a painter, you get to meet other people, and then you guys talk about, okay, wait, you guys talk about, so creators net, and then you guys talk about the good and the bad, right? You guys be like, yo, I usually run out of paint and then I do this, and then someone else like, yeah, you discover techniques. And so I felt like it would have been a nice I mean, there is a bit of that, but like it would have been a nice episode if there was more of that, like people saying that, you know, with hookups being dangerous, like one person does hookups, the other person does hookups, so like they could talk about it and be like, hey, it's been dangerous for me, so I'm gonna be cautious and things like that, instead of like meeting someone and then losing your job because of the person you just met. But so yeah, yeah, there's a possibility of it being a nice show, and I appreciate Showmax more and more because it's showing me content that I can relate to, like Joburg. Like these people are in Joburg, and Joburg is reachable. So it's things that are these are things that are happening or being done by people that I can envision myself I kind of use to, what can I say now, like I can use in my mood boards, because it's real people that I know if I go to Joburg there's 10% chance I would see them, you understand? It's not like putting international celebrities in your mood board, and you know what I mean, like I don't know, it's real people. Real in the sense that I'm not real in the sense that no, not real in the sense that we're putting a person against an object, but real in the sense that there's high possibility you could meet this person, engage with them, and find out more of whatever you want to find out from them. So yeah, Showmax is cool, the show is cool. It proved me right in terms of unnecessary drama, but it has a lot of potential. If it has a second season, they could literally just focus on being sex workers and how that is, like we see that life, and not have it be centered around drama and fighting. Because there's this one girl who was I think she had an OnlyFans account, and then she started a business where she offers people private massages. I think they might turn sexual, but then she was able to form a business, like literally take part of her OnlyFans experience, and then I think she studied healthcare or something, so combine those two things and created a niche business that caters to a person that wants to relax and then at the same time, like you know what I mean, like some sensual alone time, and that's it, like you know what I mean, like someone else could watch the show and take the sexual part of it and then combine it like what she did with a formal proper business, and create something for themselves without always having to, I guess, do the obvious, which is do the obvious things when it comes to porn. Because I feel like it's that massage isn't, it's like soft porn, and then you just slap on a business. And then also another thing, she's not making money through someone else's channel, but she cut the middleman and created like a direct channel where she can get the money directly from the consumer to her bank, right? So yeah, it depends on how you see things. There's a lot of bag anyway, and I feel like this show definitely has the potential to teach some people things, to shed light on this industry and debunk some myths centered around these industries. Because I feel like personally, I know a lot, I'm checking the minutes, I know a lot about strippers, or hostess, like club girls, entertainers, like that scene, OnlyFans account, Big Booty, BBLs, from social media, from podcasts, also like from drama, like when a person has drama, like if a certain influencer or personality does a BBL, then that's how you hear about it, but not in this context where they can actually control a narrative, and you see it. Like it's not just, you're not being told the stories, but you can, like, because now I got to see these girls' lives, and it's not a matter of going to a podcast or listening in their sense, you understand? So yeah, that is my review, and that was my day today, watching This Body Works For Me and doing today's work. I'm actually done with cutting. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm so happy I'm done with today's activities. Tomorrow I'm sewing. My battery life is gone. So that's everything cut. I've just set everything up in bundles. Let's see, focus. Yeah, so everything is cut, set it up in bundles, and then tomorrow I'm gonna sew everything, and hopefully Friday I'm done. Saturday I'm calling Mr. S designer, he's coming to collect, and that's it. So I'm currently in load shedding. It is 5:49. I'm gonna go over to my partner's house, wait for load shedding to finish up, and then I'm gonna edit this piece, and then I'm gonna upload together with the final content. Let's get it. Bye.